Greetings, lovers of superheroes, sci-fi, video games, all things cool. Welcome to another fun-filled installment of the world's greatest news and reviews. It's the world's greatest news and reviews. As I'm here lounging in the Weapon 2 lair, enjoying a nice crisp winter stout, I, Weapon 2, thought to myself, what's something I could talk to the people about tonight? Here's what I've come up with. The most hilariously embarrassing superhero weaknesses. Now, these are in no particular order. They are just 10 interesting weaknesses. They don't all exist to this day, but at one time, these were all real weaknesses of superheroes. The first one that I'm going to bring to you is, no drum roll, okay, it's going to be Superman. That's right, the very first superhero. And his weakness, shiny green space rocks. That's right, this substance known as kryptonite is his weakness. Now, my first question, if this substance is so toxic to Kryptonians, how could they have lived on this toxic planet full of all this toxic substance? Now, if you want me to, okay, I'm going to say, if this is due to our solar system, and because we're on planet Earth, and for reasons, I'm okay. I'm good with that. But I have a bigger question. Krypton, according to comic books, is supposed to be anywhere from 50 light years to 2.5 million light years away from Earth. How does all that anti-Superman type matter find its way to Earth? That's my question. Come on, man! That stuff's all over the place. Anybody with a Superman grudge can get a hold of the stuff. It's like people are running around, every 2-bit hood he's got in his pocket. I don't understand it. How did all that stuff find its way to this planet? I don't get it. Don't understand it. I wonder why. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Next, Aquaman. Aquaman movies coming out. This is a hot topic right now. Now, at one time, Aquaman couldn't be away from water for more than an hour. Anywhere. Now, all I'm saying is, how much does that affect your superheroing abilities when you can't be away from water for an hour or more? I mean, unless you have some super quick way of getting from one place to another, it really limits your commute to remote superhero job locations. I mean, what's Superman doing? I mean, he's like everybody else, a superhero, fighting bad guys, doing all that stuff. He's over at the water cooler. Yeah, I'll be over at the water cooler. Staying hydrated. Yeah, that's some high quality H2O. That's all I'm saying about Aquaman. Next one, Human Torch. Now, two of his weaknesses that I do understand are lack of oxygen, water, weaknesses. Understand it. He was once, and probably still, I don't know, weakness, vulnerable to asbestos. Now, thanks to television lawyers and all these lawsuit commercials, we all know the dangers of asbestos in regard to mesothelioma. We've all heard it. Late night commercials all over the place. But more than that, there was a villain called Asbestos Man. Now, Asbestos Man, he was helpless against Asbestos Man. He was no match for him. He could never beat him. Alas, Asbestos Man fell victim to an illness. Now, they don't say what illness, but I think we can all guess because we've seen the commercials. Next one, Gladiator. Gladiator's weakness is a lack of self-confidence. I mean, I guess a lack of self-confidence can affect any of us, but I'm not a superhero. I mean, low self-esteem and doubting himself are like his kryptonite. His powers are literally affected by his levels of confidence. I don't know what to do. If that's your problem, what do you do? I mean, invest in some really effective motivational speaking workshops? I don't know. Maybe do some daily self-affirmations. Who knows? That's kind of a lame weakness to me. Now, the next one, Captain Marvel Jr. What's his weakness? Saying his own name. So if Captain Marvel Jr. says Captain Marvel, he reverts back to mild-mannered Freddie Freeman. So let's say he wants to team up with a group of superheroes. They're all getting together, saying, hey, all right, let's get this meeting together. Some of us are new to the group. Let's start introducing ourselves. Hey, you in the blue with a lightning bolt on your chest. What's your name? I can't say my name. Sure you can, lad. Just say howdy, folks. My name is... I can't. Well, what are we supposed to call you? I'll just write it down. Does anybody have a piece of paper? Does anybody have a pen? Okay, yes, thank you. Oh, okay, great, thank you. This pen's not working. Does anybody have another pen? Anyone? I mean, I don't know. I don't think people have to say their own name, say my name very often, but I think when you need to, that's kind of a problem. Next one, Power Girl. Power Girl is the cousin of Superman. I mean, because of reasons, she's not affected by kryptonite. I don't know. That's good, right? Wrong. At one point, she was vulnerable to most everything on this planet. This planet, Earth, where she now lives. So, I mean, she was vulnerable to anything all natural and unprocessed. I mean, she could literally be killed in the organic section of the grocery store. Sticks and stones would break her bones. I'm just saying that to be a superhero and have that, that's kind of a problem. The next one, Green Lantern. His weakness, the color yellow. Yes, that's right. The color yellow. Anything yellow. I mean, I guess if we want to look at the color wheel, color-wise, red's the opposite of green on the color wheel. I mean, if I was going to look at it, I was going to pick out a color just at random, that's what I'd pick out. I mean, at least it makes a little bit of sense. I mean, as an artist, yellow and blue make green. So I don't understand. That makes my explanation of why I think it should be another color makes about as much sense as the weakness itself. Color yellow. The next one, Thor. His weakness, letting go of his hammer for 60 seconds. Until the 80s, Thor couldn't be separated from Mjolnir for more than 30 or 60 seconds, where he transferred back to Dr. Donald Blake. This is a mortal form. And I mean, if you're battling some kind of a crazy super type creatures and beings with all kinds of harm-causing abilities and destruction, and you resort back to like a regular mortal doctor who walked with a walking stick, I think that could be a problem in that given situation. Bad weakness, but that's not the case anymore. Now, next one, Wonder Woman. And I think Wonder Woman is a fantastic character. Now, back when she was created, it was a different world. I mean, her weakness at that time was basically bondage. Being tied up by a man. That was Wonder Woman's weakness. Now, when these superheroes were first created, back when Wonder Woman was created, they weren't necessarily these godlike characters that we've grown to love. They were less powerful, less super, But so, she was getting tied up all the time by men. In fact, originally, when she joined the Justice Society of America, she was the only woman in the group. She was appointed as their secretary. She was a secretary of that sexist organization, the Justice League of America. I am very glad that she's involved in such a strong, powerful character with godlike abilities, and she shed all that nonsense, including that ridiculous weakness. It's nonsense, sexist. This is a new world now. And the very last on my list is none less than Green Lantern. He's on here again. Yeah. Guess what his other weakness was? Wood. I think it was pretty much the Alan Scott's version of Green Lantern. But yes, his weakness was wood. I mean, just wood. I mean, baseball bat, broomstick, I don't know, wooden chopsticks, toothpicks, anything wood. All very dangerous to him. He's a superhero. And wood. I mean, if he was here, I could probably go get a wooden spoon out of my cabinet right now in the kitchen and beat him to death with it. Wood. That's enough of that. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get any cool t-shirts, check me out. I'm Stolen Cheese on TeePublic, Redbubble. Search all one word, Stolen Cheese. I just want to leave you with this one thought. We're probably all going to be killed by robots. Have a great evening. Peace.